Hey, good morning, guys. Gabe Roberts from Back to Nature Lifestyle Medicine. With the full moon upon us in January, the blood moon, also called the wolf moon, it's only a few days away. So I wanted to put out a reminder, if you're having changes of symptoms going on this week and they're increasing, you better start thinking of some stealth infections. Again, stealth infections completely escape traditional medicine, okay? I see this all the time. People go to the hospitals on full moons with increasing stomach pains, appendicitis, okay? Appendicitis can happen anywhere, right? Anytime. What causes appendicitis? That's a more important question, right? How many people have had flare-up of appendix for no reason? You're driving in traffic or something happens, you're at the office or you're at home and all of a sudden you have this pain just flare up, okay? A good way to know about your appendix is if you find your belly button and your bony front top of your hip here. It's called the ASIS, okay? Anterior superior iliac spine of your actual pelvic bone. When you find these two, draw an imaginary line from the belly button to that bony protuberance, and then right in the center of that, go down 2 inches and poke there. And if that's tender, parasites love to hang out there at that spot, okay? And these things, again, cause a number of symptoms. Anything from A to Z can be caused from parasites. I don't know of any symptom that cannot be attributed to parasites, honestly, from seizures all the way to rashes, okay? Parasite increased symptoms near full moon. The full moon regulates the hatch cycle of parasites. So as that week starts and working up to the full moon, expect an increase in activity in these bugs. They're going to be hatching and their activity goes up, and that's going to cause a number of symptoms, okay? Unexplained constipation, diarrhea, gas, other symptoms of irritable bowel, but this can be a host of mental changes as well. Ask any nurse, any law enforcement officer, any teacher, what happens to the public on a full moon? And they're going to look right at you and tell you they come unwound because of striking behavioral changes, because of the byproducts these organisms produce. They're actually able, some of them are actually able to cross the blood-brain barrier and interfere with the brain and cause a number of mood swings, maybe even violent behavioral changes, nervousness, anxious, depression. All of these can be attributed to toxins interfering with the brain, and these toxins are byproducts from these organisms living inside of you. Anyone that has a history of food poisoning, in other words, you're out eating somewhere, and it doesn't have to be a foreign country, okay? This is very common in the United States and actually the Midwest, okay? If you're eating at a Chipotle, or if you're eating at a place where there's salad bars or there's meat that has the chance of being contaminated, there's a risk of running into one of these, and you might have a bout of what you could call food poisoning, but maybe your digestion's never quite been the same after that. Chances are you're harboring one of these bugs. And pay attention to your stomach this week, because as the symptoms get worse, you best bet there's a parasite in there that shouldn't be. Trouble falling asleep, waking multiple times in the night, having all kinds of disturbing thoughts. You know, when you're trying to sit there and lay in bed and you just can't sleep, your brain activity's going on. There's this unexplained change in how your normal sleep pattern is during the full moon time. You best bet it can be very attributed to the activity going on from these guys inside of you. Grinding teeth, okay, is very common in people, especially children, when they're sleeping. That is from the toxins, like I just mentioned, that can cause those behavioral changes. You can see behavioral changes in children too. I've actually, my son got a parasite once while on vacation, and he completely changed radically. We were able to test him out, use a protein digesting enzyme, and we enjoyed the rest of our vacation because he actually passed a worm out right in his stool, right there in the middle of it all. So you got to be aware of these things. Grinding teeth, rashes, fatigue, okay? Unexplained fatigue whenever you wake up in the morning and you're just always tired. And this can also be you're not getting fully satisfied from meals. No matter how much you eat, you're just not getting satisfied from that. You're always a little hungry. Chances are something else is robbing your nutrition. This can cause joint and muscle pain, all kinds of unexplained aches and pains all over the body. Most of the cases of sciatica I actually see are due to parasites. Keep that in mind. If you're not getting positive treatment results with a traditional physical therapist or chiropractor for musculoskeletal issues, your joint pain keeps coming back, your muscle pain keeps coming back, chances are there is a much deeper issue, and these things can do that. It's very, very intelligent of you to make the decision to look a little deeper at this rather than going in blindly and getting knee surgery or getting scoped or getting something else. I know of people that have exploratory surgery. I mean, how bizarre is that? You're going to let them just kind of cut you open to explore things. You're going to set yourself up for further infections and never be the same. Anytime you have a knee operation or ligaments repaired or even a gallbladder removed, your body is never going to be 100% again. Just keep that in mind. You're going to have to work much harder. Iron deficiencies, anemia, pale complexion, unexplained causes for health issues, unexplained causes of anemia or poor low blood quality, okay, means that something is in there nourishing itself off of your red blood cells, okay? Again, these escape traditional medicine. Most doctors have no clue about these. Most people don't even think about them. And if you have kids and they have any of these symptoms, you owe it to them to look for something simple like this. This is usually a very simple treatment, and especially in children, okay? You owe it to them to give them the chance to look at that rather than going in and doing more invasive techniques and procedures, because that's what the doctor is going to recommend. I don't know how many times I've seen people have hiatal hernia surgery and they still have a hiatal hernia afterwards. I mean, it's mind-blowing. You want to keep those things in mind when it could be something as simple as this. And again, this completely escapes the American culture overall. And the reason why parasites are such a problem nowadays is because we're actually so toxic that these infections can actually take us over pretty easily. What I mean by toxic is we're all mineral deficient, we're loaded on GMOs, we're loaded with glyphosate, we're contaminated with heavy metals, our bodies don't detox the same, our stomach acid is not near as potent as it should be. That's why so many people have allergies today, is because they can't digest stuff that's simply, they're interacting with nature and they can't defend themselves. Allergies are one example of that. If you can't defend yourself, Mother Nature's scavengers, or Mother Nature's police officers, more like, or what these are, they're going to take you over. Keep that in mind, okay? To get to that vibrant state of health, you have to get back to your roots, you have to get back to nature. Love yourself. Thanks for listening.